I just want to say.
Let me explain something to you, Heath Wagner. This ain't Major League Fishing.
Yes.
This is the hunter of fish.
Like sucks.
That's the first fishing trip of 2020. Heath Wagner, who you've seen me educate on how to catch walleye on Lake Erie and smallmouth bass this fall, and making his debut on 100 Fish.
What's
Mr. Brad Jones.
What's his name again?
What? Who?
This guy?
Brad Jones.
Brad Jones.
Jonesy. All right, so we got a serious competition, Heath. I'm about to school these guys. Now tell everybody what's the rules.
The rule. First fish is a quarter. Guaranteed quarter if y'all just gotta just catch first fish. Most fish,
Another quarter?
quarter. Biggest fish, quarter.
Quarter.
Junk fish.
Junk fish?
Junk fish.
What kind of garbage is that?
Junk fish. That's a quarter.
All right. Well, I want you to know something. When I win, you're all going to sign the quarter.
I stink.
I want your initials on the quarter.
My initials?
Yeah.
Oh.
HW.
What's his initials again?
BJ. It's BJ, Brad Jones. Sorry about that. Hey, blame your mother.
Jeez.
There we go, baby. How would you describe this lake, Brad?
I think this lake's a hidden gem in the area where you always have the possibility to catch a nice big fish. Sometimes you catch a lot of big fish, but every cast you know you can catch one, so it keeps you coming back even on those days where it fishes hard.
Now today, well, water clarity. I mean, today's a lot different than normal, correct?
We've had a lot of rain, so the water's come up a little bit.
It's come about 2 feet, hasn't it, in 4 days?
Yeah, it's come up quite a bit. We had the snow melt off, so the water's cold, muddy, so everyone knows that makes for tough conditions.
Hey, why don't you get out of the way and let everybody see what Heath is doing here.
I went to make a back cast and Brad caught my line.
This is why
someone else is fault.
I want to thank you.
There's a quarter, boys.
Get out.
That one knocked one. No. Baby.
What's going on, Wagner? What you doing here?
Little Ned Rig bite going on there.
Ned Rig. Oh,
not a bad fish.
That's not a bad fish, is it?
It's not a bad fish.
You coming over here?
Yeah, just a minute.
Let's open that now.
Good one. Finally got a bite in that cold, muddy water.
What happened there, Rufus?
We caught us a little. See, he was hungry. He wanted a little Ned Rig this morning.
Now, Wagner, tell me if I'm wrong, but that looks like a jackpot.
That right there
From Bite Me Tackle.
Currently, this fish is big fish. This is first fish, and this is most fish. This fish is a 75-cent fish. 75 cents, Andy Bus.
Tell you what, it's a good thing.
Get out your wallet.
Get out of my way.
That one's swimming.
Everybody move. In the back. Jeez. In the back.
Sorry, Bus. Sorry, man.
Josh, got lines in my way.
Cart. Sorry, Bus.
Get out of my way.
Sorry, Bus.
Told you about to take you.
Cart.
Oh, I'm on.
Sorry, Bus.
That fish came out 3 foot of water.
On the blade. Here's a thickie. But look how he ate it. That's a good bite there, Wags.
He didn't want to eat it.
Now,
nice job, Andy Bus.
well, that's true. It was a nice job, Andy Bus. And I don't like to put people down and make them feel insignificant, but Bradley, you're the only one without a fish.
But that's how it's supposed to be, because I share.
Come back, kid. Come back, kid. All right.
Share. I'm not very good.
He's not very good. He caught more fish than I've lied about over the years. And I've lied about a lot of fish.
That's amazing. That's amazing, Andy Bus.
First fish of 2020.
That is the first fish of the year.
I think that's bigger than Wagner's.
This is a good 6.5 pounder, probably.
This is a 209.
Your scale's off by about 3 pounds.
Oh, Oh, it is swimming. Uh-oh.
Is that a pike?
This could be 50 cents. This could be a 50 cent.
Here comes Wagner.
Oh,
Here it is.
oh.
This counts.
Now that one's hooked a little
It counts,
bit.
baby.
That thing is anemic.
He's not. They told me there were big fish here, but you didn't tell me they were this big.
Well, that would
pretty
count.
nice.
You know, Bus, I'm an honorable guy. Because
You
that
are?
one counts as a number.
It does.
That just gave you a quarter.
I'm up. I'm up. Let the record show
You're not up.
I am beating Wagner's
You are
butt.
not. On numbers.
Beating it.
You still owe me. I got 50 cents.
This is again.
50 cents.
I got big bass and first. You can't take those. Right now, first you can't take away. That's a guarantee.
Yeah, I'm just warming up. We're waiting for Jonesy to start playing serious too. He's been screwing around.
Jonesy's got dinner.
Hey, give me a quarter.
Oh, buddy.
Jonesy's got dinner. That's a quarter for Jonesy. We all have money now.
That's true.
I mean, we are talking live well.
Yeah.
Is that your bass right there, Heath?
Bass.
There's a bass.
One in front of him.
And there's another one right there. Uh-oh, I just hit that. Just hit that, and that gets it going again. You do anything special on your settings here? Or is it just default?
No, let's just. You can adjust the range, obviously, however far you want it to be. There's my Ned falling to. I'm a little short of that one fish.
There's the Ned Rig.
We got another one. We got another one, boys.
Talk to me, Wagner. What do you got?
We have got another Ned Rig fish in cold, muddy water. It's pretty decent fish.
That's not a bad fish.
Pretty decent fish.
No, you're not. You're gonna be a man and get him in the boat from up here, aren't you?
I am. I am. I will.
So tell how'd you hook this fish? What happened?
He's sitting down in the weeds in about 6 feet of water, just being lazy. And he saw that old Ned Rig come floating by, and he thought, you know, I might as well go ahead and thump that.
That is excellent narration, sir.
And as you can see from the location of the Ned Rig, inside his mouth, he did want to chow down on us a little bit. Follow him around, Jonesy. Jonesy, you gonna catch a bass today? I mean, they're biting. Another beautiful, cold, muddy water Ned Rig fish from northern Indiana.
Outstanding, sir. How do you working that today, Heath?
You, obviously the water today is 35 degrees, so you fish it slow. Keep it in contact with the bottom. Anything you can bump into, a lot of times, anytime you bump into something hard, you dead stick it. Just let it sit, let the fish notice it. And they will swim up, and they will swim up if they're on that hard structure and eat it. But just keep it on the bottom.
How heavy a weight you use?
Right now I'm using a 1/5. I use a 1/5 and a 1/10 a lot, depending on the depth of the water I'm fishing.
8-pound test line?
6-pound test line. Never anything over 6. 6 and 4. Those are staples. I do not fish it on anything heavier than 6, ever. Largemouth bass off of a little piece of structure on a Ned Rig
Not falling on me.
in January.
Look at there. Hello, sweetie.
Another New Year's bass. Good quality fish.
Yes!
Yes.
That's nice. Tell me how did you catch?
January 2nd.
Where'd that fish come on?
As you can see, he was on a little, it's a little bit of hard structure up there in about 8 feet of water, let's say. And they really like it.
Say hard structure, so he's like on wood?
No, it's concrete.
Rufus has got it! What you got there, Wagner?
Got a big something.
Are you sure it's a bass?
Not sure. That is not a bass.
That
but
is not.
That looks like
So
a
you
quarter
are about
to
to
me.
down
That
there?
looks like a quarter to me.
Hey, let me tell you about this other story I know about. let me tell you the story.
Yeah, but that pike was like world class.
Dude, let me help you out.
Snake boy, snap that line. Oh! You got the critter pot. Well, I don't have him in the boat yet, do I, Heath?
No, you do not. I don't want to jinx it or anything.
No, type of person to do something like that.
I mean,
that's big bass of the day.
did you catch one on a Ned Rig?
That's a Ned Rig, baby.
I didn't know you could do that.
That's a 412. You don't even have to measure it.
But that's a 6.5, 9 pounder. I just blew Wagner out of the water.
It's over, folks. It's over.
I mean, it was just like Heath said. Well, I am a man of my word. Maybe you're not, but it's 3-3.
In my opinion, all 3 of mine were keepers. 2 of yours were keepers, but I had the big bass. There are 2 tiebreakers.
No.
For number of fish.
No. That was not discussed beforehand.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
3. It's a third. It's a 3, Brad. It's a 3. Don't be like that.
1, 2, 3.
Brandon Jose!
I mean, we're talking big bass here.
I don't think big bass.
I think we got big bass.
I don't know about big bass.
I'm pretty sure you got Wagner's big bass.
What's big bass
I
at the
don't know
moment?
about big bass.
Yes.
What's big bass at the moment?
337.
Oh. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it.
How'd you catch it, Joe?
Well, Wagner finally hit the trolling motor, yanked it off a weed for me, and this stupid fish said, "I'll bite Jonesy's," out of just, I guess he had sympathy for me.
That's a sweet old fish.
Thank you, fish.
What'd you guys say about that, Wagner?
Even a blind squirrel finds it out every once in a while. I got one, but I'm hung up. Remember, I got 6-pound test, and that's concrete.
Tell me your situation again, Heath.
I have got a fish on. It feels like a pretty decent one, and he has swam through the structure. And
Structure is what, wood?
Concrete and rebar.
And you got some powerful 6-pound test line, right?
I got braid 2 6-pound test line. So right now the braid is saving my butt. There he's taking off. Man, come out of there. That's a big one, I think.
Little one. For sure, pike.
Oh!
The world will never know.
But what? I mean, the bite's been tough, yet we still got a 14-pound limit.
Right. 2
fish came on blades, and I got those. And I'll tell you that the one came in literally like 3 or 4 foot of water in weeds, and he ate it good. I thought that was a good sign. And then I got a little baby one on the outside edge, again around weeds.
Like 9 or 7.
He was like 12 and a half.
Oh, okay.
Stop it.
I mean, I knew somewhere around there.
And then you got 3 on a Ned, as did I, and so did Brad. So you're talking, how cold's the water?
The water is 34.9 degrees.
And I obviously don't know this body of water. I mean, I think it's pretty impressive that I tie you on a body of water I've never been to, and you've been here like 100 times. It's totally unfair. So, you've been doing really good out here. So, why is the bite not as good today?
The amount of rain, the water is extremely dirty. You can see down, we got about a foot of visibility where we caught most of the fish. Most of the time in cold water, you're not gonna...
What's the visibility normally?
3 foot to 4 foot of visibility.
So we had a lot of rain 4 days ago and the water actually went up 2 feet.
2 feet.
That's pretty crazy. We all know cold, muddy water is the worst of situations to encounter. Yep. And for some reason that didn't deter you from wanting to come here. We got 150 lakes in this area. Heath, where do you want to go fishing? I want to go where it's muddy and cold. So, I'm happy we did that. So Heath, normally I'm, blade, but the Ned Rig is a better choice out here today. Why?
You can leave it. We know that most of the fish we caught were pretty shallow, typical of cold water, but they're sitting around the little weed clumps in the hard structure that we fished today. They're sitting there and you can soak it. To me, a fish isn't going to stare at a blade bait. That's the fish I just broke off. To me.
Did you see that fish?
Yes.
He had his middle dorsal up in the air, and no middle dorsal, I don't know why it was the middle one, but it was pointed at you, Wagner.
He's probably got.
Oh, that was great! That was great!
But, no, you can just soak that bait there. It sits there. The Ned Rig's amazing because it floats, so it stands up. Plastic is never my first choice in cold water. It's always a blade. But you didn't used to be. Now, I know if I soak a Ned long enough, eventually I'm going to get it in front of a fish and he's going to eat it.
I think the last important piece of business, Heath, we tied as far as numbers of fish go today.
It's not true.
We tied. I caught 3 basses. You caught 3 basses. I remember, we'll go back. We've been arguing about this, but you did catch the biggest and the first. And Jonesy caught, oh, you got the critter pot too.
I got the critter pot.
Oh.
I'm owed a lot of money.
All right, yeah,
My current situation is probably a coffee at McDonald's.
It's up to you. You get to decide who won. If it was, actually, it's not who won. It's either we tied or he wins. We never said anything beforehand about a tiebreaker.
Also, Bush, all 3 of mine were keepers.
Yeah, but who cares? Fish is fish. You get to say, put it in the comments below, and he'll say in another week we'll look and see who we'll see who wins. I'll do that. My subscribers, don't let me down. Do not let me down. I'm counting on you.
That was a big one.
Don't let me down. Anyway, hey, thank you, sir. Thank you, Brad. Till next time, we'll see you on the water.
In the boat. Does it have to be legal?
I got young fish. If I can get him.
You got it. You got
him.
it.
Yeah, look at it. I'm gonna lose him. Oh, wait. Is he looks snagged.
No. Oh, you there, come on. Oh, he did bust me.
Oh, didn't touch it.
Had a northern on. Oh, there goes a quarter.
Now there's the mother load of bluegills right there. Just a massive, all across there. Those are all bluegills. All that stuff right there, out to about 50 foot off the boat. All of that is gills.
Is that what I'm seeing up here too?
That is the same thing you're seeing up front, up on top.
This like sucks.